Broncos country, what is going on? It is your boy Mark here with Marky Sports. Hope you guys are doing great. The Broncos are set to make a really intriguing late offseason signing. Looks like they're expected to sign the USFL star defensive end Dondrea Tillman. Now, if you haven't already, guys, we'll get right into this. But if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. If you're a big fan of Denver sports, specifically with the Broncos, the Avalanche, the Nuggets, or you love fantasy football, you're gonna love this channel. Go ahead and click that subscribe button, and we'll get some more content out for you as I'm trying to grow this channel. So, as we had said, the Broncos are looking, they're expected to sign the Stallions star of the USFL, defensive end Dondrea Tillman. I hope I'm saying that right. He plays currently with the Birmingham Stallions. He's actually played with them for the last 3 seasons. Now, what makes this player so intriguing to me and somebody that I'm really looking forward to see is that he's actually never played in the NFL before. He got drafted in the USFL. He's played in 3 seasons. I think he's won 3 championships since he's been there with the Birmingham Stallions. And he's just kept working, man, kept working to pursue this goal of playing in the NFL. And it looks like he's finally going to get an opportunity with the Denver Broncos. Now, some things to note here. You have some reports that are coming out that are listing him as a linebacker. You have others that are listing him as a defensive end. Now, obviously, that can change depending on if you run a 3-4 or a 4-3. So, looking at the reports, it looks like the Broncos will be signing him to be a stand-up outside rush linebacker. But when you really look into it, I don't think that that's necessarily the case. Um, he is 6'3", 270 pounds. And that's kind of that. He fits right into that mold of what a lot of draft scouts would call as a tweener, right? I don't really like those, those kinds of body types that are. It's like you're not big enough to be a pure 5 technique kind of outside or a 3 tech type of a defensive lineman in a 3-4, but you're also not really big enough to be playing, or not small enough or quick enough to be playing as an outside edge rush linebacker. So it's going to be interesting to see what the Broncos view him as. Mike Kliss gave an update earlier today. He said that Dondrea Tillman is expected to arrive in Denver, late this afternoon or early evening. He's expected to have a short workout and a physical tomorrow, and a signing is imminent, per a lot of other reports. So that's going to be really interesting to see. Mike Kliss did also know that he is going to be OL. He listed him as an outside linebacker. So this is somebody that's going to come in to compete with that room, that's full of young stars, young guys with a lot of really good potential. With Baron Browning and with uh, Jonathan Cooper and Nick Bonito, and obviously Jonah Ellis being added this offseason as well. So it's a very intriguing room. But I'll be interested to see if he's somebody that they feel like can play the defensive end position. That's a place where I think we could use a lot more depth and use a lot of intriguing players in that sense. But anyways, I mean, when you dig into this guy and you look at people watching him on Twitter, and especially those guys that are really into the USFL, they're always been talking about how the heck is this guy not in the NFL? He's by far and away the highest graded uh, defensive end and outside linebacker in the USFL per PFF. He actually had a 92 grade. He had a game where he had 4 tackles, a sack, and 3 TFLs, 3 tackles for loss. Against the St. Louis over a couple weekends ago in one of the playoff games for the USFL. But he's put a really good body of work. The guy's got a crazy motor, very productive. And when you look at it, you say, okay, well, the USFL obviously has less in talent than the NFL does. That is true. But you can make the debate and the argument that it's got better talent than it does potentially in college. So this guy is, beating guys that have maybe played in the NFL at some point, that have played at a high level in college, and he's doing it consistently. He's done it for 3 years, which is huge. It's also big to note that the defensive line coach for the Birmingham Stallions is a man named Bill Johnson. Bill Johnson has been a D line coach in the NFL for many, many years. One of them being in a stint here that he was with Denver as a defensive line coach in '07 and '08. He was a D line coach for the Saints. He was a D line coach for the Rams. He was a D line coach in LSU for a couple seasons before he ultimately made the switch to go over to the USFL. So the guy had been playing in a system and being coached by an NFL system that's being coached by NFL coaches. So it's really intriguing. I'm excited. I want to see what you guys think. Can this guy be a big time player? Does he have a chance to make the team? I think at worst case, he's at least a developmental guy that we can stash on practice squad. But I love the fact that the Broncos are exploring all avenues and looking everywhere that they possibly can to be able to sign players. Um, and so it's going to be interesting. It's going to be nice for a player like him as well because he's going to be coming into camp here in about 4 weeks in great football shape because he just finished the season with the Birmingham Stallions in the USFL. So I'm interested to see the kind of player he's going to be. Let me know you guys' thoughts in the comments. Do you guys know anything else about this particular player that I might not know? So interested to find out. Let me know what y'all think. Like I said, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and help out the channel. You guys have a wonderful rest of your evening. Spend the time that you have with family and friends and those that you love. A mile high salute to each and every one of y'all. And as usual, peace out.